Mayor's Cup 2007 from the Kellogg-Zaire Soccer Complex is going to be the Nevada from Reno, California, the Netrippers against Neusport 95 Gold Team. This is in the girls under 13 bracket. Let's go ahead and get the lineups. The lineups from the visitors first. They're head coached by Stacy Ogers. At keeper will be Kinsey Tillett. Number 1 at inside right mid will be Hannah Henson. Number 2 at stopper will be Taylor Dufour. At right forward will be Kennedy Whitehead. Number 4 at outside right defender will be Andrea Hernandez. Number 5 at right mid will be Hannah Collins. Number 6 at left mid or right mid will be Rebecca Mims. Number 7 at right mid forward or defender is Carolyn Abbott. Number 8 at left center mid will be Kylie Ogers. Number 10 at right center mid will be Haley Kennedy. Number 11 at left forward will be Maggie Boucher. Number 14 at sweeper is Sophie Brighter, and we are underway. The Netrippers are going to be going from right to left on your picture screen, and from left to right is Neusport 95 Gold. Let's get the rest of the lineup for the Netrippers. Maria Woodrow is number 21 at left mid. Number 22 at left center mid will be Annie Sedgwick. Number 28 at outside left defender is Alyssa Bertollet. At right forward is 45 Riley Clafton, and number 88 is stopper or sweeper Michaela Vasquez. And now for Neusport 95. The keeper is Haley Arnold. Number 3 at sweeper is Nicole Evans. Number 4 is the forward, Chandler Yoder. Number 6 defender is Chelsea Giannini. Number 7 in midfield is Lindsay Ning. Number 8 at wing is Alana Loudermilk. Number 9 at wing is Bree Hamill. Number 10 at wing is Destiny Villafonte. Number 11 at mid is Amber Halstead. Number 12 at mid is Yolanda Loya. Number 19 at forward is Paris Gonzalez. Number 22 at defender is Lauren Shadle. Number 24 at defender is Katie Turner. 44 at forward is Sierra Brooks. 88 at forward is Gabby Bonitez. And number 28, a guest player, is Claire Goss. They are head coached, Neusport 95. Gold team is head coached by Emily Bonabayan, and Saeed Bonabayan is the assistant coach, with Bob Loudermilk being the team manager and Carl Giannini also being an assistant team manager. Now that ball is in the 18-yard box, and coming over to get it is the keeper for the Netrippers, and that is Tillett. Getting it up the field now, Maggie Boucher. Boucher now sends it in the 18-yard box, but too much pace on it. However, the keeper having a problem with it, and then she finally is able to get it and get it out of danger. A couple of players in the 18-yard box, and they nearly were able to connect on a big play that time. From the far side touchline, a throw-in. Whitehead on the far side. She can't run onto it, and now here is Neusport 95 Gold team. Neusport 95 now with Taylor Lopez. And they also have Bonitez here. Bonitez was on a run there and dispossessed, but here's Halstead. Halstead pass is knocked down and taken away. Nice job there in the central by Bertollet, but however, they have a chance now, and they nearly scored a goal, a chance by Taylor Lopez, and it was a little bit too high. So Neusport 95 almost put the first goal in the back of the net in this girls under 13 match. 0-0 in the first hand. Down the central, and right there was Bertollet to stop it. Laudermilk on her run toward the interior. Laudermilk down to central. Laudermilk still on the soccer ball, and a save is made at the last moment. Kenzie Tillett able to reach out at the last moment and rob the player coming down to central, and now with it, it is going to be, let's see what we have. It's going to be a goal kick for Neusport 95. Neusport 95 with a goal, or not a goal kick, I meant to say a free kick. They have a free kick. Intercepted, nice wall there by the Netrippers. Maggie Boucher. Maggie beating her alternate number, Halstead, and feeding it all the way down. She was looking for Hannah Collins. Too much pace on a soccer ball. A nice run down to central by Maggie Boucher. Mayor's Cup 2007. And the Netrippers got here by winning their fall friendship tournament. They also were third in the Soccer Fest in Visalia. They were the Sagebrush Startup Champions, and they also were the Boise Performance Cup champs. They're the #1 team in Northern Nevada for Stacy Ogers. On the other side of the ledger, Neusport 95, the gold team, they won the Orange County Kickoff Classic. They also are 7-1 in the Silver State Girls Soccer League. In the 18-yard box. And out of the box, as getting a piece of it there, was Maria Woodrow, and she sends it out. And now a throw-in, Lindsay Ning throws it in. And it gets out, it's pushed out of the box by the defenders of the black and red, and now a shot, but a save is made by Tillett. And Tillett will send it down to central. Now it, after the header, goes out to the wide and out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for Kenzie Tillett. Nevada Netrippers in their own half of the field. They have a substitution, the Netrippers do, and that is number 10, Haley Kennedy. So Haley Kennedy now in the match. Trying to do something in the central, being marked heavily there. And now they send a long ball over into the corner of the 18-yard box, but nobody there, way too far ahead of Kennedy Whitehead to do anything with it. And so now it'll be a goal kick. Goal kick. Neusport 95. Down at central, Halstead. And Amber Halstead again trying to go down to central, but they played her well in the space, maybe too well, as it's going to be a free kick right in the center circle. Here's a through ball in the box, and reaching out is Tillett at the last moment. Kenzie Tillett making another great save in this match. Takes a couple of bounces and drives it downfield. Over in the corner now, Andrea Hernandez sending that ball past midfield. Out of play, though, on a far side touchline. Lindsay Ning will throw it in, trying to get a runner on that near side. Couldn't do it as it was sent back to midfield. The red and black again. Maggie Boucher. Boucher with Maria Woodrow. Woodrow can't get to it as here come the green. Neusport 95 on a run by Lana Loudermilk. That ball goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in though for Neusport 95. Here in the first half of action. The sun not quite going down, but we have a cloud cover. Been a very, very comfortable day. Only a very few moments of the day, maybe an hour or so when it really got warm, but other than that, it has just been cloud cover for the most part. You know, patches of blue, but you know, enough to keep the heat in, but not any kind of a wind or anything like that. It's just been a real comfortable day in the mid 70s, 80s. Neusport 95 trying to work a play over there, and coming out again is Kinsey Tillett. She cut off the angle and made a nice play again from the net. Doing a nice job off her line. Loya. Yolanda Loya on the far side. Teammates trying to win that soccer ball now. Coming into the play is Amber Halstead. They play on as a long ball is sent to Boucher. Maggie Boucher trying to run it down and wasn't able to get to it. Too much pace on that soccer ball. After a bounce, Haley Arnold sending it down to keeper for Neusport. And that ball goes out of play on the near side, and Neusport will have the throw in. Going to have a substitution as coming in is Bree Hamill. And a throw in for Lana Loudermilk. But controlling it now is Woodrow. And trying to chase it down right there was Ogers, but Kylie couldn't get to it. Neusport 95 still have it. Loudermilk chasing it down on the near side, but it was already out of play. So from their own defensive third, they will try and see if they can get something going here. Going to be a substitution, and Stacy Ogers wants to get a fresh player into the contest. Stacy Ogers, the head coach, doesn't have an assistant coach. He basically runs the show for the Netrippers, and they are a fine operation, especially considering it's only one person doing most of the work. The header. Control, and controlling nicely there was Hamill. Hamill sending a long ball over to Bonitez. Bonitez in the box, at the corner of the box. Corner top of the box, and now that ball is going out of play, but it's going to be thrown in by Bree Hamill. Hamill to Halstead. Covering her nicely is Kennedy. Kennedy in that space. Kennedy trying to continue to mark, and it goes out of play. So Kennedy forcing Neusport to have to throw it in again. And the throw-in is intercepted by Andrea Hernandez, and she sends it up, looking for a teammate. It's a little bit too far. Neusport has it. Intercepted, though, by Taylor Dufour. Goes out of play. Going to throw in by Neusport. Neusport at midfield. Challenge there by Kennedy. And that ball is kicked out of play. Looked like it was kicked out by Breiter, Sophie Breiter, in his space. Taylor Dufour. Dufour on a bounce, getting it over to Maggie Boucher, but she can't continue on forward with it and dispossessed. But they have it at midfield, and now Maggie Boucher has it again. And she turns and drives it out to the wide, but too much on it as Nicole Evans grabbed it. But Boucher winds up with it on her cleat again, and now here is Carolyn Abbott. But that ball taken away. A quick strike by Dufour. Dufour to the outside to Whitehead. Kennedy Whitehead. Whitehead now accelerating toward the 18-yard box, but they stand tall there. Taylor Dufour marking now in the midfield. Dufour continuing to see what she can do with her teammates to try to keep the striker from making a pass. She does, but it is picked off there. However, they take a shot, and that is handled by Kinsey Tillett. Tillett took a step back and gauged that ball, but waist high, able to grab it, send it down to midfield. They play on, says the center ref. Out of the foot of Kennedy Whitehead. However, she's dispossessed. And she has it now again, winning it back. And then taken away from her. And that ball now is in the attacking third. Neusport 95 still trying to make that extra pass, but they can't do it. Coming out with it was Kennedy. And driven along the far side touchline, it goes out of play. 0-0 still in the first half between Neusport 95 Gold Team and the Nevada Netrippers from Reno. Got a substitution. We didn't catch it, so it will be mentioned as she touches that soccer ball. And a whistle. And what I mean by that is all players that do touch that soccer ball, their names will be mentioned. And if they were a sub, well, they're in the game now. Kinsey Tillett after the shot. A decent shot, but Tillett easily able to handle it. Coming over is Woodrow. Woodrow and Rebecca Mims. And now they get support by Andrea Hernandez. However, dispossessed there. Hamill on that play, and there's an offsides. So a free kick now for the Nevada Netrippers. Taking it is Tillett. Tillett to midfield, intercepted. However, meeting it there was Sophie Brighter and driving it back upfield. However, the green and with the white numbers and the green shorts have it again now. It's a free kick this time. Not too far from the attacking third. And they head it toward the 18-yard box, but it's intercepted. Touch there by Shadle. And they reduced the size of the field. Nicole Evans was a part of that. But the Netrippers now still on the move. And here's Boucher. Boucher's trying to get to the soccer ball and just could not get the strike on it before Haley Arnold got to it. Boucher had to weave her way around a player and nearly got to the soccer ball. Back up the field and a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick. Neusport 95 with the free kick in a 0-0 game. Lauren Shadle. Shadle now bringing it up cross midfield now, looking for Loudermilk. And it goes out of play. Lana Loudermilk with the throw-in. A good one. Karams into the box, but plenty of players there for the Netrippers. Able to keep it from going any further into the box. Here's Woodrow, but they take it away. Loudermilk, but her pass intercepted by Hernandez, and they send it back upfield. Only 3 in the deep back. Riley Clafton trying to chase after it. Clafton in the game now, and to the far side, and it's going to be a throw-in. Bree Hamill will throw it in. Substitutions now. 3 fresh players are going to come in for the Neusport 95. I get 4 fresh players. Destiny Villafonte, Paris Gonzalez is into the contest. Also, Claire Goss is into the contest. And I might have missed one. I believe the other one was Chandler Yoder, but either way, we will mention their name as they touch that soccer ball. Waiting for the bounce is Paris Gonzalez on the far side. Goes past the goal line. And it's going to be a goal kick. 0-0 is your score here in the first half in this girls under 13 game in the Mayor's Cup 2007 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Heading towards nightfall. Very close to it as the lights start to take effect. Kinsey Tillett driving the ball upfield. Getting a couple players, but they can't possess it. However, it winds over to the foot of Riley Clafton, and Clafton pushes it up forward, looking for somebody. Nobody there. So back with it is Neusport, 95 at midfield. However, intercepted. Couldn't bring it down, the Netrippers, so now they have it. And that foul is going to occur against Neusport 95. It'll be a free kick for the Netrippers. Michaela Vasquez driving it. Miss Boucher there. She wanted to get it to her, but Boucher now has it. And then it winds on the foot of Maria Woodrow. Woodrow, a centering pass, and that is blocked in the center of the 18-yard box. That was headed over to Riley Clafton. Clafton didn't get it because the defender prevented it that time. So now on the attack, the Netrippers trying to see what they can do here on the set piece. Trying to see if they can put it in the back of the net. On a bending ball. And it's knocked out by Neusport 95. They'll get another try at it. The Netrippers. Number 5, Hannah Collins. Hannah Collins will see what she can do with it this time. In a 0-0 game. Driving it, and it's intercepted, but she has a strike on it, and not accurate enough that time as it goes behind the net. It'll be a goal kick for Neusport 95. 0-0 your score. Stacy Odgers Club and Saeed Bonabayan. Not a bad set of fields here. They have the embankment that kind of go up on like a stair type effect over here. It'll be a throw-in. Up in the air now. Trying to win the 50-50 ball and winning it there. And that was Chandler Yoder. Yoder now gets it again. Yoder with a run on the near side. She's nearly cut off, but that ball is still going in the direction for the green and white. And attacking third now. Claire Goss, a guest player, trying to do something with it. Goes out of play. Lindsay Ning throws it in the box, but the Netrippers have a player there to do a fine job of getting it out of danger. So the Netrippers again stiffen up defensively in and around their 18-yard box. It is now going to be placed on a corner of the 6-yard box for Kinsey Tillett to strike it. As the lights take more of a hold here, down to Central, and Tillett able to make the save. That ball nearly beat Tillett. Not quite high enough. They had a nice run in the box that time, did Neusport 95 at midfield. And Kinsey Tillett has played well in this game. There's another exhibit of that ability. Exhibition is what I wanted to say. We have a substitution. And I believe it was Sophie Brighter into the contest. But at any rate, we will mention her as she touches that soccer ball in a 0-0 game. And now here's Boucher. Boucher has a teammate in support on the far side. And it's going to be a goal kick, as it was lastly touched down by the Netrippers. Try to run on the far side to see what they can do on the offense, and they didn't quite make it happen that time. Boucher on the intercept. And coming up there is Henson. And Hannah can't possess it long enough. Gets support here by Hernandez, who drives a long ball on a few bounces, though. And a save is made by Arnold. Arnold come way off her line that time. Didn't want a opportunity for anybody in the box to run onto it for the red and the black. Henson now with it. Henson pushing it out to DeWine. Her teammate now is centering pass to Boucher, and Boucher will score! A goal! Go, 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 go! Maggie Boucher, who has been down at Central and has been doing pretty good work in this first half, and now she gets a measure of satisfaction for her work, her body of work here in the first half with a goal. And it is now 1-0. So the visitors from Northern Nevada put the first goal on the board in this match. Winding our way towards halftime, a throw in, Lindsay Ning will throw it in. As Neusport 95 wanting an opportunity here to try to get the equalizer, but they will have to give up here a free kick, as they were offsides, and retreat back. This is Andrea Hernandez on a couple of bounces. The Netrippers, and now Boucher. Just going by that one was Hannah Henson, but now she is able to retreat back and get it. And a whistle, and they say Henson the foul. So in the center circle now, Neusport 95. Gonna try to draw it in the box, and coming way off her line was Kinsey Tillett. Tillett, mindful of what they had going there, and made a big play to keep it 1-0. Here is Maggie Boucher. Boucher out to the wide now. The Netrippers trying to put the pressure back on again. In the box, trying to go after it there was Clafton, but didn't get to it. And now here's Neusport on the far side. They got a big run going on here. Retreating back, only one player back there in the box now, and they will take a shot and miss. Nearly snuck it inside, but not that time, so now it'll be a goal kick. They had a good run on the far side. A couple of players will come in now for the Netrippers. Try to augment what the Neusport 95 club is trying to do here. 8-7 is into the contest. That's Kylie Ogers and Carolyn Abbott. On the near side now. Andrea Hernandez. And a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick. Netrippers leading 1-0, trying to hold on to that going into halftime. Can they do it? Lauren Shadle putting pressure. She's got a teammate that's open, and a goal! (1-1). Just as I spoke of them trying to hold on to the 1-0 lead, it didn't last long enough. And they weren't able to get into halftime, so it is 1-1. As Neusport 95 Gold Team gets the equalizer here in this Girls Under 13 match. And we'll get it started now as a tie game. Again. Trying to run that one down was Carolyn Abbott, and she's going to give up a free kick. And now Neusport 95 with the newfound goal that they have on that scoreboard, want to try and get some more. Here's Halstead, and taken away into central, and a double whistle. And that's the end of the first half with your score. 1 for Neusport 95 Gold Team and 1 for the Nevada Netrippers of Reno. Stick with us, you'll hear what the coaches are saying to their players, and then we'll be back with more action right here in the Mayor's Cup 2007. All right, the Mayor's Cup 2007 underway here in the second half. It is a 1-1 game. And now the Netrippers will be going from left to right on your picture screen. Neusport will be going from right to left. Boucher. Couldn't continue on anymore, and with it there was Katie Turner sending it up. And now she has a runner toward the attacking third, Taylor Lopez. And it's going to be a throw-in as it went out of play. Taylor Lopez again on a soccer ball. Now down to Central, they have it. Neusport 95 could not continue on toward the attacking third as the Netrippers able to get and run onto it, control it. However, now Amber Halstead has it. Halstead getting it to her teammate Yoder. And then over to Taylor Lopez. Lopez, and a save is made. And a subsequent try, it goes awry. Kenzie Tillett, another fine job coming out and off her line, making the save. Off of a couple of bounces. And now running on to it there was Lindsay Ning. The shot was blocked, and now blocked out of play at the near side. Paris Gonzalez with a throw in. Gonzalez was looking for Sierra Brooks. Now it winds back up on her foot, and she sends it to the central. However, on the other side is Andrea Hernandez, and she has it now. Andrea weaving her way. Pass, switching it to the near side. I couldn't get a player to run onto it. Taken away. Gonzalez and company with Gabby Benitez trying to control it but could not, as Bertollet was able to make a big play over there defensively. And now they're going to get the free kick in their own half of the field. Intercepted by Benitez. And on the Karam. It winds over to Hernandez, and then Tillett makes the save, and she was bumped there. And no yellow card. It will be a goal kick, or rather free kick, that is. Brighter on the far side. Sophie Brighter under a lot of duress. They steal that soccer ball and they take a shot in the box, and it was blocked, not allowed to go deeper in the box. However, back on it, the green and white still trying to make a big play down at Central, and it could not, but pinching in on a run from the back. And now it enables Gabby Benitez to run onto it in the corner. She had space, but that was closed in very quickly. The net ripper defender. And that net ripper defender was Bertollet doing a fine job in the corner. Benitez trying for it again. But right there was Carolyn Abbott. Substitution, Bree Hamill coming back into the contest for Neusport 95. 1-1 match at this point in the opening 7 or 8 minutes here in the second half. On it now is Benitez. Benitez, a centering pass. And that ball is going to be a corner kick. Corner kick now for Gabby Benitez. Well, the sun is down, and it's nothing but under the lights now. Our second game out of this tournament under the lights. Off the header. That was Loya, and handling it is Tillett as it became a shot. And Tillett right there where she needed to be to make the save. On a switch by Neusport 95 now. All on the near side. Throw in for Gabby Benitez. Benitez. Sierra Brooks. And that ball now over to Nicole Evans. Evans in her own half of the field. Finding Hamill, but taken away there in the space. And Evans will have to retreat on the far side along with her teammate there, Shadle. Picked up into space now by Neusport 95 as they'll bring it out. On the far side, trying to push it upfield. Knocked out by the Netrippers. However, Neusport 95 has it thrown in again and still continuing on to try to get to that attacking third, but knocked out by the Netrippers again. And this time they're going to work it back. Amber Halstead. Halstead coming into the space. She has Bree Hamill also coming into the space, and Hamill trying to accelerate, but that ball was knocked out of play. Nicely done by Sophie Breiter. Now coming in is Lindsay Ning. It will be a throw-in by the Netrippers. And the center ref still trying to find out if there is substitutions a little bit late here. We'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball as the game ensues. And now it'll be a throw-in for the Netrippers. 1-1 match here in the second half. Throwing now for Neusport 95. That was a quick touch there by Halstead. However, it's now going to be a free kick off of the bounce. They were looking for Lindsay Ning. It didn't wind up on her foot. She's still chasing after it, and so is her teammate, and so is Tillett, and she makes the save. Tillett making the save that time before another strike of that soccer ball. On the foot of Taylor Lopez, and Lopez driving it out to the line. Andrea Hernandez making a nice play. Get it out of danger. Hernandez chasing it down again. Hamill's on her back. Not literally. And they have into space. They work it out of their own defensive half of the field, but cannot get a through ball to a teammate to run onto. However, they work it again. Kennedy to the outside now, and it goes off of the foot of a Netripper player, or did it go off the foot of a Neusport player? It went off the foot of a Neusport player. It'll be Netrippers now. We'll throw it in. It was knocked out by Hamill that time for Neusport. Netrippers throw it in again. Intercepted, brought down, and now Neusport have it at midfield. And they've got players on the run. Lindsay Ning, and Ning has run off the ball, but she got it again. Ning turns around and takes a shot and a goal. Lindsay Ning, 2-1. All the credit that time has got to go to Lindsay Ning, because she was the one who was seemingly run off the soccer ball and then had the presence of mind to stay with the play and turned around and shot it, and it went into the back of the net. So it is 2-1. Substitutions by both teams. We'll mention their names as they touch that soccer ball. 2-1, Neusport 95 now lead, and they were down 1-0, and they have scored 2 unanswered goals to take the lead. Toward the central, and just not too far from the semicircle to the box. However, pushed upfield now. Andrea Hernandez runs onto it, with Hamill chasing. Toward the central, but nobody there. The Netrippers having some problems at times, trying to maintain possession. And here in the second half, Neusport 95, they're getting a lot of runs on the defenders. On the near side, Villafonte. Villafonte's cross is intercepted though in the box. Sent upfield. Knocked out by Neusport 95. Going to be a throw in the Netrippers. Down by 1 goal. No substitutions this time around and throw it in. And knocked out by Neusport 95. Hannah Collins will throw it in. Collins now will have it and drives it on a couple of bounces toward the box. Get a runner there, and that runner was Woodrow, but Maria couldn't get to it in time. Sent up field now. Ning, who scored that goal, Lindsay, on a great individual play. Going to be a substitution now for the Netrippers. Want to get a fresh player into the contest. Off of Hannah Collins. And now Bertollet, but she gave it away. Into space, a few challenges now, and coming out with it is Neusport 95. And Lindsay Ning trying to chase after it, won't be able to get to it. However, on the attempted pass, intercepted, and Ning now has it over to Villafonte. And she works it back to Halstead, standing tall with their defensive line there in the 18-yard box, and they won't allow Neusport 95 to proceed any further. Now out to the wide. Andrea Hernandez, who gave it up, as a attacking player still trying to make something happen. It'll be a goal kick as it went past the goal line. The substitution, Chelsea Gianni comes into the contest for Neusport 95. As they lead 2-1, Hamill comes out. Driving it down, the central. Ning has it. And out to the wide, they have a runner there, but she was basically put in position to try to take a good shot. So it'll be a goal kick. 2-1 your score with a substitution coming in, and that is Claire Goss. Neusport 95. That ball driven down in central. Winning into Netrippers. Down to central. And it winds up over on the foot now of Destiny Villafonte as her teammates taking that ball away in their own half of the field and headed back the other way again toward the attacking third. But the Netrippers able to win it. Push it up a little far forward, but they again now have to retreat back. And able to win it at the top of the 18-yard box. As Claire Goss was trying to do something with it. Could not. And then Netrippers on the far side trying to get the speed going here. On the cross. Off of the bounce. Just past the center circle in the midfield area. And now here Claire Goss. Goss has got a head of steam. Goss now headed toward the 18-yard box. But players are there for the Netrippers, and finally Kinsey Tillett able to go off her line and make a save. Driving it downfield, and we know who she's looking for, Maggie Boucher. Boucher scored the lone goal for the Netrippers. It'll be a throw-in as it was knocked out by Neusport 95, and a fresh player comes into the contest. And that might be a change of keeper, and it is. As they get a change of keeper, the Netrippers, and we do not know who that keeper is, but we'll give her credit for that at the end of the game. We'll find out who she was. Off of a bounce. And off the collision, that ball goes out of play. Two to one. Neusport 95 lead here in the second half. Touch there by Paris Gonzalez. Paris trying to make the play, but could not. And now they give it away to Boucher. Boucher now gonna take the shot, and the save is made. Boucher trying to make the big play that time. But how Haley Arnold was able to make that save. Destiny Villafonte now down to Central. The Netrippers. And it goes out of play. Trying to handle it there was Hannah Collins, and she ran out of an opportunity to do that. Paris Gonzalez now with it. Substitutions. And in substitution, we'll see who the player is if we can. And we won't, well, it's 0-0. And that's Kinsey Tillett, who was the keeper. Nicole Evans now. Evans tried to get it to a teammate, and it was intercepted. Boucher trying to get to it, couldn't quite do it. Brought down now at midfield. Here's the green and white as they move on the attack. Ball sent into the box, and that was intended for Claire Goss, but had too much pace on it. Off of the bounce to midfield. Again, 2-1. Neusport 95 leads in this match. Running onto it, Clafton. Sent up forward, but now Clafton will get a touch, but doesn't have enough real estate to continue on with his soccer ball. And Neusport 95 will throw it in. Clafton trying to get to it, cannot. Amber Halstead, and now to the wide side for Laudermilk. But they lose possession of it, and now they win it back again. And they're headed with Laudermilk. Laudermilk with a lot of speed finds Claire Goss. But Goss dispossessed of the soccer ball, but Laudermilk has it again. Laudermilk to the far side, cutting it back, drawing it back again, looking for some support. Can't quite get it momentarily, however, they do get it now. And Shadle now. Shadle headed toward the 18-yard box. But they gave it away as they stood tall at the 18-yard box, did the Netrippers. Netrippers now trying to gain possession of it. But still, all the touches going to the green and white. And that particular sequence, but now they at midfield trying to make a play, but they can't, and they let Claire Goss go around into the box. Claire Goss, and the save is made, and Goss nearly made it a 3-1 game. Goss had a head of steam and turned that corner and took a good shot. Nearly beat the keeper on the low side. On it now, here is Goss again. Goss now with a lot of steam, and she'll score. 3-1. Claire Goss doing the same thing she did the last time, and had the presence of mind that time, feeling that she could beat the defenders, and this time had a little bit better shot on it. So the guest player from Neusport 95 scoring the goal. 3-1 your score. Netrippers seem to have a little bit more steam in that first half, but in the second half they have had some problems trying to get their offensive attack going. And Neusport 95 has taken advantage of it. Lauren Shadle. But now it's Hannah Collins. Collins with a lot of space, trying to find somebody there in the box, but there was nobody there. And giving it up now to Shadle. However, coming into the space, using the size of the field, was Bertollet. But the touch by Ning. And it's Central. Cannot possess it long enough. Netrippers, and they're giving it up to Neusport. Gabby Benitez put a lot of pressure on that ball, and it winds up to the far side. Loudermilk chasing it down, and she couldn't keep it in. Nice hustle by Loudermilk, but could not keep it in. However, they're going to get a fresh player. Sierra Brooks will come into the contest. Ning is going to come out. Going to be a throw-in. Throw-in for the green and white. It went by Goss that time. A number of the red and white players there, and they have a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick into space. So the Netrippers with a free kick into space, down by 2. Time running out, and they really need to get something going if they're going to win this one. Got to possess the soccer ball a little bit more, get some better offensive chances. But right now, Neusport 95 seem to be getting all the chances, and Goss again takes another shot and scores. Claire Goss here in the second half, really heating up, and now it is 4-1. So Claire Goss with a couple of goals here in the second half, and Neusport 95 has 4 on the board. And the #1 team from Northern Nevada has got a lot of work to do here in order to get a tie out of this one. And you have a whistle in the space, and maybe it could be a card. As Alyssa Bertollet on a run, and there will be a yellow card given to Gabby Benitez. First card of the game. And actually the first card that we've seen in 3 matches today. But there's a couple of games where it could have been a card on a couple of players, but it was not given. Benitez will come out, and Bree Hamill will come in, as you can substitute a player on a card. Hannah Collins with a free kick. Collins now trying to get a player to handle it. That's Boucher, and takes a shot. It is blocked. Right there in the middle of the 18-yard box. Big chance there for the Netrippers, but they could not cut the lead in half. And now back up the field, and Goss has it. Goss again. Goss looking for a teammate, and it nearly got to that teammate. But now they still have it in the box. Hamill takes the shot, and a save is made. More than halfway through here in the second half. Nearly a handball on that play. And maybe it was. Going to have a free kick for Netrippers, down by 3, 4-1. Netrippers now trying through the central, there to get that and possess that soccer ball, but plenty of the green and white able to make the plays. And they have it now to Laudermilk. Laudermilk showing her speed. Laudermilk again to the outside. Cannot quite hold on to it, but the Netrippers knocked it out. Enough of the speed created problems, and here's another shot, but the save is made. Down the central off of a bounce. But won again by Neusport 95. Hamill bringing it down. However, there, Taylor Dufour. And now it goes over to Tillett. Kenzie Tillett. And she may have lost possession of it there. And it'll roll all the way into the other game down the embankment. 4-1 to score. Substitutions for the Netrippers. They get a fresh player in, and we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. And the throw in now by Neusport 95. Trying to find out what the center ref was wanting that time. A little stoppage in play. Something interesting on the stanchions here, they have mid-lights. Something a little bit different than we see in California. And what I mean by mid-light, a light in the middle of the stanchion, the light stanchions here, showing here on the field. Las Vegas, Nevada, the Mayor's Cup 2007. You're watching a 4-1 lead by Neusport 95, the gold team, over the Netrippers. Unanswered goals by Neusport 95. They have gained the lead in a big way. Not in a hurry here. Continuing just to try and, though, keep the pressure on the Netripper defenders, which they've had to play a lot of defense here in the second half. Going to be a corner kick. Corner kick now. Neusport 95. After bending ball. And in the back of the net, and that time it was Goss who was able to handle it in the box. So it is now 5-1. And Goss has 3 goals here in the second half. And that is going to do it for this match. Hope you enjoyed all the action in this match in the Mayor's Cup 2007 in the girls under 13 bracket. And we'll be back with those players who participated in the game today that want to have a chance at an interview. Stick with us. I'm back here with the Nevada Netrippers from Reno area, Nevada, the #1 team in northern Nevada. And you are?
I'm Maggie Boucher.
Okay. Maggie, talk a little bit about the tournament so far. Is this it for you guys, or you guys still got some more games tomorrow?
We have. I think we have one tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think that's it for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if you win tomorrow, you don't have a chance to go to the finals or anything like that?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, do that game and try to have fun, and then get back on the plane and go back home.
Yeah.
And then beat everybody up there.
Okay.
Right?
Will do.
Okay. What school you go to?
I go to Swope Middle School.
Okay. You like that school?
Yes, I like it a lot.
All right. Any favorite? Just the whole experience of being down here in Las Vegas.
It's fun. We played kind of hard our second game. It was good.
Okay. All right. All right. What school do you go to?
Bud Beasley.
All right. You like that school? Or is there anything special about that school, or subject, or teacher?
Our science teacher, Miss Matthews.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me talk to your teammate, and then who are you?
Maria Woodrow.
What school you go to?
Yvonne Shaw Middle School.
All right. Maria, you got a favorite subject or teacher?
I like my social studies teacher, Miss Moffitt.
Okay. All right. And let me talk to your teammate to the wide of you, and you are?
Andrea Hernandez.
Okay, Andrea, you were the keeper in the second half. I want everybody to know that, even though we didn't know that. But she did a good job, and she had to suffer through some of those goals in the second half. But there'll be much better days. We know that. Talk a little bit about some of the good things that happened in this tournament.
We got a goal. Good teams here.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Okay. Okay, what school you go to?
Sparks Middle School.
Okay. Any favorite subject or teacher over there?
My art teacher, Miss Steiner.
Okay.
Woo!
All right, there you go. There you go. Okay, girls, I'm going to give you guys the microphones. You guys, one last shout out or any comment to your parents tonight. on three. 1, 2, 3.
What do we say?
You guys
Good job, Netrippers.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You're
You
the best
did
team
great.
in the world.
Best.
Love you.
All right, there we go. Took a little bit to get you started up, but thanks, girls. Rick Porter back here with some more Netrippers, and you are?
Rebecca Mims.
Okay. Rebecca, talk a little bit about just maybe the things that went on positively in this tournament that you can take back home.
Well, we got a goal and we just played as hard as we could. So, yeah.
All right. Anything else in the tournament that you're going to remember that you can take back with you?
Just to beat the teams that we played here again. Try and beat them next time.
All right. That sounds good. What school you go to?
Pine Middle School.
Okay. Is there anything special at that school that you'd like to tell everybody about?
My teacher, Miss Hallstrom. She's really nice.
Okay.
She's
nice
funny.
lady, huh?
Yeah, she's funny.
All right. Good. Okay, let me talk to your teammate, and your.
I'm Sophie Brider.
Okay. And Sophie, again, the tournament, memories you'll have.
I think we did really well staying tough throughout the game, but I think we could work on just talking more, trying to pass better, and thinking it through more.
Okay, that'll work. What school you go to?
I go to Lake Tahoe Middle School.
All right. What's the best thing about that school, or?
My teacher, Mr. White. Yeah, Mr. White. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me talk to your teammate, your next one over here, and you are?
Hannah Henson.
Okay, Hannah, talk a little bit about the tournament for you.
I guess we kind of didn't talk we should have talked more. And we probably should have beat most of the teams that we played, the 2 teams that we played today.
All right. Okay, what school you go to?
Pine Middle School.
All right. What's the best thing at Pine?
Nothing really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bless you, I should say. And you are?
Carolyn Abbott.
Okay. Carolyn, talk a little bit about the tournament for you and things that happened good.
We scored a goal this game. That was good.
All right.
Yeah.
Some of the other games, anything that went on positively?
We were aggressive, and
I think you guys were aggressive in this game, too. I really do. What school do you get to?
Pine Middle School.
Okay. Is it the same thing, the same feeling as your teammate here at Pine, or you have something else going on?
Pretty much.
All right.
Nothing.
Okay. Girls, I'm going to give you guys the microphone and let you do the shout out, anything to your parents or whatever. On three. One, two, three.
We must start to kick yours!
All right, good job, girls. Thanks. Okay, and you're?
Annie Sedgwick.
Okay, Annie, talk a little bit about this tournament for you. Things that have, gone positively for you.
Well, these teams have been a great competition, and I think we learned a lot, and we've learned some things that we can improve on, but all around, I think it's been a fun tournament.
Okay, all right. What school do you go to?
I go to Sagebrush.
All right. Favorite teacher, subject, anything that's good over there you like?
I like Miss Long, my math and advisor.
Okay. Math, good thing, I'll tell you. All right, and you are?
I'm Michaela Vasquez.
Okay. Talk a little bit about this tournament.
Well, it's good competition, like Annie said. It's definitely harder and more aggressive down here than it is up in Reno. So traveling a lot, we've had to adjust to that, but I think we've adjusted pretty well. So.
Yeah, I think you guys did a good job. And this was one of those games where it looked like for a second there, you guys were going to take it over kind of like they tried to take it over, and then it went the other way. So a couple adjustments here and there, and it's a different outcome. Okay, what school?
Yvonne Shaw, middle school.
All right, what do you like over there?
I really enjoy my English teacher, Mrs. Valley. She helps explain a lot and helps me learn.
There you go. That's the name of the game. And you're?
Hannah Collins.
Okay, Hannah, talk a little bit about this tournament.
The teams are pretty hard, but I think we could have beat them. Like, we're a pretty good team.
Yeah. We would love to bring them up to your house and see how it turns out then, huh?
Yeah.
Let's think.
All right. Now, talk about the school that you go to, any favorite subject or teacher over there.
I go to Little Flower Catholic School, and I don't like nothing there. I have to wear a uniform. It's not cool. Trust me.
Okay. All right. I understand. I used to do it myself when I was in elementary school, and all the way up to, what was it, junior high. And you are?
Alyssa Birdlight.
Okay. Talk a little about the tournament for you.
Well, to get a better team, we like to have competition, so we come down here to practice more. So the tournaments are pretty much for fun, and yeah, we like traveling too.
Okay, good. And what school do you go to?
Yvonne Shaw Middle School.
Okay. That's a good school?
Yeah, all my friends go to it, like Michaela and Maria.
All right. Favorite subject or teacher over there?
I don't really have one, but I'd say my social studies teacher, Mr. Williams.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mr. Williams. Okay, girls, I'm going to give you a chance. You guys got the floor here. One,
Wait,
two,
what
three.
Thank you, Stacey. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Stacy!
Good job, girls. Greg Porter back here with some more Netrippers. They got the great uniforms and stuff, and it just didn't turn out for the win column tonight, huh? And you are?
Taylor Defer.
Okay. Taylor, talk a little bit about, the positive things coming down here to Las Vegas you can take back home.
I think we did pretty well because we were really aggressive and we moved faster than we usually do. And it's a good experience to play harder teams than we do in Reno.
It's true.
Yeah, so.
You guys are coached very well, and there's a lot of things you guys do right. You wouldn't be #1 in any state if you couldn't do things right. So you guys got a bright future. What school you go to?
I go to Pine Middle School.
Okay. What's the favorite teacher that you have over there, a subject or thing going on?
My favorite subject is probably English, and that's probably my favorite class too.
All right, sounds good. I'll bet you're good at it. And you are?
I'm Riley Clafton.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the game today.
The game today probably could have gone better, but I think we did pretty good, and you know what? Next year we're going to come back and we're going to win.
All right, there you go. That's a positive outlook, and that I know will permeate the rest of the way through the year. So good luck in winning some more tournaments and stuff like that. What school do you go to?
I go to Pine Middle School.
Okay. At Pine for you, what's happening?
I tried out for the basketball team, but it's a really good school and it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Favorite teacher over there?
I don't really have a favorite teacher. English is my favorite subject, though.
There you go. And you are?
I'm Haley Kennedy.
Okay, Haley. Talk a little bit about this experience down here.
Well, I thought we played pretty well, and we were doing a good job being aggressive, and the one thing I'll remember most is probably how hot it is here, because that's just, yeah.
Well, I think you guys caught a break this time around, because it can get much hotter.
Yeah, last time we were here for state, it was
unbearable. Huh?
yeah.
All right, talk a little bit about the school you go to and the things happening over there.
Yeah, all that stuff. I go to Lake Tahoe School, LTS, and my favorite teacher is Mr. White, just because he's hilarious.
All right, that'll work. Okay, girls, I'm going to give you the floor. On three. 1, 2, 3.
We love Reno!
Sorry about my hair. It's not a beauty contest. It's a soccer game. Okay, that's it.
Okay. That's right. Everybody needs to know that out there. and tell us your name.
Kylie Ogers.
Okay. Kylie, talk about, your mom did a great job, and getting everybody, trying to get in the mindset and stuff like that. But it didn't come out in the end. However, what do you take back with you back home?
I wish we took back a medal, but I'm saying that we should take back courage that we can do it next time.
That's right. Okay. And I think that'll work. What school does your mom take you to?
Pine Middle School.
Okay. And what's your favorite subject over there?
Science with Mr. Ismari and his 70-pound turtle. His name is Fred.
And Fred has been around a long time, I assume, right?
Yep.
Wonder what they feed him. Anyways, okay, let me talk to your teammate over here.
I'm Kenzie Tillett.
Okay. You played very, very well in the first half. They may have had 8 goals if it wasn't for your play in the first half, and I think everybody knows that. That's why I see why you guys are so tough and why you're #1 up there in Northern Nevada, because, and you come down to tournaments like this to get even better, right?
Yeah, definitely. I love coming up here because down there we have a couple teams that I might get a lot of action. Maybe I'll get a couple shots. But up here it's just shot after shot, and it's a great time for me. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Okay, tell us what school you go to before everybody leaves you over there.
I go to Carson Middle School.
All right, favorite subject or teacher over there?
I like my social studies teacher, Mr. Whistler. He's probably the coolest teacher I'll ever have in my life. He's awesome.
I hope that's not the case, but so far that's good.
Yeah, he's the best.
All right. You guys, you two have the floor.
Can we have 2 shout-outs?
2 shout-outs.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'd like to give a shout out to my brother. Right now he's in zone playoffs for high school. Good luck, Matthew. Win. I want to see you down in state.
I'd like to give a shout out to peoples out there.
All right. Well, you guys, good luck in the future the rest of the year, all right? Okay. All right, thank you. Greg Porter back here with Stacy Ogers, who wanted to have us come out and at least film this game. I'm sure there's other games, Stacy, that you would have rathered us film, but since it happened to be this tournament and we got this one, you guys played well for the most part, and then just a couple of plays here, or players got away from you.
You know what, I'm actually happy that you filmed this game because all of the girls can go home, they can watch the game, and they can see what they did wrong possibly and learn from those mistakes. Soccer's a game, and so it's not going to be something that we expect to win every time we step on the field, even if we know we're better than someone else. So it's an experience for all of them to come down to any tournament and every tournament and learn from their mistakes and celebrate their victories. So we are a winning team. We'll come back, and the girls, I'm very confident that they'll play better in the future.
Okay. Any other thing you'd like to say to us?
I think every one of the girls on this team is a very strong player, and I think they play with heart, and they'll do fine. They'll all be good.
Well, you guys have a very safe trip back, Stacy, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck in the future, and hopefully we see you on George Lanyon and Video Sports Productions in the future.
I hope so.
All righty, thanks, Stacy. Well, that's going to do it for this production of the Netrippers here at the Mayor's Cup 2007 here in Las Vegas, Nevada, under the lights tonight, where the final score was 5-1. Well, we hope you enjoyed all the good competitive action, and till we see you next time, take care, God bless, and save this one on the hard drive.